Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, May 6th. We are looking at window traders' market profile of the ES and the NQ. So they wait to the last couple of minutes of the day to really start getting aggressive, right? The bulls controlled the day. No doubt they controlled the day. We held our gap in ES. We go out with a price probe. We attempted to go trend up. That failed. NQ tried a couple of times to go trend up. They also failed, but they go out with a nice price probe. Righty does not get either side of the IB. They have an afternoon pullback low in G and 11 wide POC. NQ finally takes back another set of single prints from April 15th, so they close in the third distribution from that day. ES closes inside the fourth distribution that day. However, which is also our 3-week balance high in ES. However, SPY took it out. SPY took out the 15th high and the balance high by over $1, about a $1.30 or so. But for now, since ES is the lead dog, I will still call it balance for now. We'll see how the week progresses. Horrendous volume. Our volume, the range turned out to be decent, $3 and not really, $3.31, and that was with that push in M. But our range is most likely, volume most likely will end in the top 10 lightest again. Really big issue. Had an okay day, not bad. Saw the market well. The one trade I lost on would have been the best trade if I had just either gotten back in or held on, and that was on the pullback in F. But before we get to that, let's go over. I did my other trade. So I shorted NQ, could have shorted ES also right before the opening because they have a tremendous history of front running the overnight highs. And they did again today. I only did an NQ and it paid. But once we got the overnight high in NQ, that was it. Then I just started looking for longs because we had, at the time, NQ, well, they did fill their gap, but they had the gap initially. They had indices in their favor. They had value. They had the overnight high. So there's a lot of powerful things in favor of the bulls. So after they did get the overnight high, well, first I took a long to get the overnight high. So after shorting it to front run it, then I longed it to get it. That was nice to get both sides. And then I longed the ebb and flow in A period, B period, and C period in ES, in NQ. In D period, I took a long against half back at the time, which also paid me the first time. Then it broke below it. E period in NQ, I took a long to pop the top to finally get the IB high. So that was a nice one. So the longs were pretty much accommodating at that point. Then in F, we pulled back. I took that long again at half back, and then I added to it. No, I didn't add to it. I should have added to it. Where did I buy those? Actually, I did add to it. I'm trying to think. I bought 83, and then I did buy, I think, no, I didn't. I did not add to it. I had a 2-lot at 83. I should have added to it. I said below the opening, I'm out, and I did. I got out 73. I took 20-point loss, right? 10 on each one. The reason being, the ranges weren't that big. Even though the bulls are still firmly in control, I didn't like the way they got below the opening. On a lot of other times, I would have been adding all the way down. And I've gotten hurt in that thing. So I'm not upset I got out of that trade. I should have gotten back in. I had every opportunity to get back in when we got back above the opening and the overnight high. When we got back above the 144. We went from 67.50. Look at F. Went up, and then G8, and then we just started going up again. So that was a little frustrating to lose on that, because I'm using it as the afternoon pullback, too. That was my only loss, though. Then in I period, I actually shorted NQ with the new high, because I didn't think we'd go trend, and that worked. And then in K period, I longed both ES and in NQ, thinking we were going to go fill those little single prints we had left from the 15th. Well, I got paid in NQ. ES, I ended up taking it off for a 2-tick loss because it just wasn't doing anything. And then L pushed back a little bit, and then M decided to be, Mo is the best. J got good distance, but then K and L took it back. So you're like, okay, if we do price probe, maybe we won't get much. Oh no, he did a pretty good job. So Mo goes out with a nice A+. And those were my last trades in K period. So not a bad day. The only loss was that one in F, and that was a little frustrating. Should have got back in and gotten that back and more. Destinations upside 516.61. That's SPY's high today. There's a price vacuum above that now. On the downside, we have our price probe, which is J's high 515.77. Afternoon pullback low 513.70 in F. And then our daily low of 513.30 and filling the gap at 512.55. In ES, the high is 750. The downside, price probe 99.50. Afternoon pullback low is 78.25. Today's low is 74, and the gap gets filled at 66.75. I don't know if I said gap fill or single print fill in ES, a SPY. It's a gap fill. So let's go to the chart now. So here is, I'm going to show you the weekly on SPY. So there's definitely a difference, right? SPY took out that balance high by $1.31 so far. I'm still going to call it balance now. I want to see ES take out that week's high. ES is the lead dog, and I'm talking about ES when we basically talk about these things, even though I'm showing you SPY's chart. And then the daily, remember, I said, look, I don't go bare bull, so I went bare balance on Friday. I said, all we have to do is take out Monday's high. Well, we're up. So right up, and two gaps are my main focus, today's and Friday's. Volume right now is at just about 46 million. We have to do almost 10 million after hours not to be in the top 10 lightest. I do not believe that is going to happen. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak. Bye to the opening tomorrow.